All right, y'all. What's up? We're sorry about being a little late. We were chopping up backstage. Let me put on the music real quick. If you can hear me, we're coming to you live from YouTube and Instagram. We have two viewers. It's going to be a great show. Let me know where you guys are coming from, what city, what crew. We have Breaking 2024 Year in Review with Cypher Beast TV, Dom Key, AER B Boy B Girl Podcast, and Break Street Media. Let us know where you are watching from. Gonna be a good show, y'all. We got Twin Cities, Philadelphia, Indiana. We're gonna start in 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. It's gonna be fun, y'all. It's been a while. Baltimore in the house, BMV. Two minutes. Let people know the trades, the Avengers episode. All right, all right, all right. Let's start this countdown. One minute, 1 minute. Thirty seconds.
This video has been brought to you by Breakin. Go to the website and register. Check out what they have to offer at
Yo, what's up? It's Shadow Rocket Profowon of the Floor Gangs and Knuckleneck Tribe, and you're watching The Trades, show about breaking hip hop and the business of. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone had a great Christmas or happy holidays. Been pretty busy out here doing as far as like posting content on my YouTube Shorts, on Instagram, and of course, just doing like the holiday thing and just kind of taking a break from breaking a little bit. But I did this episode earlier in the year where we had I was thinking like, yo, we need to do a podcast because there's at least maybe 10 breaking podcasts out there, breaking podcasts or shows or live streams on Twitch that we're all kind of separate. And I thought, what we need to do is like join together and just like actually like talk shop talk about this industry more than just like watching a TikTok clip or a Instagram clip or a or just like just battles, right? We have to talk about some of the behind the scenes, some of the politics, some of the opinions of people that actually produce content that talks about breaking. So without further ado, let me introduce everyone in the as far as the Avengers of the Breaking Podcast world. Up first, we got all the way from the Northwest. We have Tony from Cypher Beast TV. How's everyone?
Yo,
How you doing,
yo.
Tony?
Good, man. Hey, thank you. It's a blessing to be on the show for sure. Profowon, doing your thing, doing content, live stream. Love it, dude. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm glad that you could be on. I know this has been like, I was like kind of like, let's do it before Christmas. And I was like, wait, let's do it after Christmas. And I was like, maybe we'll do it like after New Year's. I was like, no, everyone's like, Saturday's good. All right, let's go. So again, Tony from Cypher Beast TV. Now all the way from the East Coast, Overdose, representing the AER B-Boy B-Girl podcast. We got my man, Rick the Ruler. What up, Ricky?
What up? What up? Rick the Ruler on the check-in, aka B-Boy Fishkill. 100% raw, the host of the AER B-Boy B-Girl podcast. Reporting you guys live and direct from my garage. It's a bit cold out here in the northeastern region. I don't know if you guys ever experienced snow before, but we haven't had no snow. I think we had some snow a couple days ago, but it's planning on coming. Excited to be on. Thank you, Profo, for having me. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you for being on. And another, so obviously we're balanced for right now. We got balanced coast going on. We got Northwest, we got East Coast, another East Coast overdose. And this guy's been killing it on the YouTube game as well. We got my man B-Boy Dom Key. What up, Dom?
Hey guys, I didn't have anything prepared for introduction for myself. You want me to do like a judge's showcase back here?
No,
let's go.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go for that break. There's gonna be a lot of me. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to talking.
Yeah, man. I mean, so it's funny because recently YouTube came out. Tony and Dom, you guys came out with something recently. Tony, you came out with an interview with Why Not, right? Like that's recent, right? Or is that old?
So I actually filmed that back in May. I just been caught up with life, work, catching up on edits and stuff, and try to stay as relevant as possible. But no, I finally got to it. Dropped a short here, his video yesterday, and his short today. So yeah, a lot of gems that he dropped on that video. So check it out if you got a chance. Why not? Got mad gems. He's been in the game for a long time. So a legend in the field.
Yes, sir. And Domkey, you just recently posted something off of and that's one thing that I need to do what you're doing. You go on a stream and then you chop it up to segments, right?
Yeah, or dude, I'll just wake up. I've been on
you have been
tip lately where I've been doing like 2 or 3 videos a week, just going on and just talking about stuff. I mean, it's also for the Patreon, but I give like a couple of just like not interviews, but like kind of talks where I'll just post it on YouTube and then I'll link it to my Patreon because I feel like it's things that people on my Patreon ask from time to time as well. Again, so I might as well knock 2 birds out with one stone, put up the content on YouTube as well. So yeah, it's just some little things here and there. I'll just record some stuff and put it up. I mean, I don't got like editors or anything where like people are like paying editors and like put stuff in there and shit. So I'm usually just film, talk. That's about it for now. But
honestly, I think I need to hire an editor, man. I got like archive footage. I have like 100 episodes already on this show. And there's gems that like no one's gonna sit through 3 hours of talking.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah,
even me going through
hard.
it, I'm like, it seems so easy to do, but I'll find myself sitting here for like 2 hours, like just chopping up something for like a couple minutes. I'm like,
that's exactly. And I'm just like,
I do this shit. I got work.
I'm very tempted to just pay for an editor. Like, yo, make the thumbnail. Like, edit, these are like find some talking points and let's edit that down because there's a lot of stuff. Like, actually, the other thing I'm thinking is like maybe transcribe it into a book since I interview so many of the older guys. You know what I mean? Just kind of like that's my kick right now. Like you guys are the only ones. You guys are the youngest I've had on the show. You guys right?
Oh, really?
You guys are the youngest.
I'll take it.
Everyone's like max 56 and average of
Oh.
45. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be good. I mean, like I said, it'll be good to kind of like just like take some of them. Either I put it in video form, I transcribe it to book form. But yo, dude, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we're here to support each other as far as like what we're doing, because it's still, again, I don't think there's at least 20. There might be 20 shows on Breaking, maybe like right now.
I think with
Yeah,
over the
not
past
very much.
like year, I think with over the past year, I've noticed a little bit of more people like doing like commentary on like the battles or like getting into tutorials and whatnot. I know like Zenny, he's actually in here right now. I know Zen like usually does like the commentary over on YouTube and stuff too. So I see it like it's picking up a little bit more traction with people, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. So again, I brought everyone together because like again, with the last time we did it was like the beginning of the year, right? It was like mid-year. Was it like
right before the Olympics?
Was it the Olympics?
Yeah, it was right before. Yeah, it was like maybe.
Yeah.
It might have been a June.
Month or two before that. Yeah.
Like June-ish or May-ish, maybe. And then like, I think we all had expectations. Well, I had expectations what was gonna happen after. And yeah, it didn't necessarily pan out the way I thought it was gonna pan out.
I don't think it panned out the way
before we do
yeah.
Before we do that, so the whole point was it's a year review show, right? So the concept was I told the guys, hey, so let's bring out a highlight. It has to do something with Breakin, and we're gonna bring it up, and then we're all gonna have a comment on it, all right? And maybe we're gonna watch or whatnot. I'm not gonna mention Ricky already had a one that's like kind of like no elephant under like this straight up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save that one. We're gonna talk about more good times. Good times and good feel things before we like go at it. Let's do actually let's go with mine first. Mine's more of a happier thing. So for myself, the highlight of the because there's been so many things. Actually, it's cool because a lot of you guys have brought up some of the things I wanted to talk about. So it actually works out naturally. So the thing is that what stood out to me was freestyle session this year in November that just happened. They had the 40 and up battle, but this is the first time that the 40 and up battle was at this crazy level. And what I'm talking about is basically Ronnie Ruin from Style Elements, originally LA Breakers, versus B-Boy Blonde. So let me pull up a little bit of that. And to me, I bring this up because this is the first time breaking over 40 is at this level. You know what I'm saying? No one's just doing like
it feels like a normal jam when I was growing up. This is like the lineup for like a normal jam.
Yeah, exactly. So let me put the volume as we watch. This is the thing, like the fact that they're over 40, like Ruin just turned 40. You know what I'm saying? And Blonde is maybe 41, 42. And to be at this level is freaking insane, dude. What's people's opinions on this battle?
I think it was dope seeing Ruin back out, and I think it was dope seeing Blonde. It's like I think Ruin is somebody where I just feel like he doesn't get enough credit, and I don't think a lot of people understand that he is like a creator of a lot of like the variations of like air flares. Yeah. And I think like this dude doesn't get enough credit, and I think he deserves the credit. So seeing him back out here like this is like also like just super dope, and he's still ripping it too. He can hold his own like against with today's generation as well. So I mean, all these guys in the 40 and up battle this year was able to do it. Blonde, the same thing. I think a lot of people haven't seen him in a long ass time. So to see him come out and to see this battle happen, this exchange was super dope to see. So I thought it was dope. Yeah, let's go to Rick. Rick, what you think?
So many people know me for the type of individual who addresses a lot with regards to ageism and breaking. So I want to keep it as so real as I can on this microphone, man. And I honestly believe that these guys, I think what we're doing is we're putting a label on them because of the 40 and plus battle. But if you ask me, these guys didn't look any different 3 years before, and they're probably not going to look any different 3 years after. I feel like what we're doing is we're what you would say adjusting the margins, right? We're taking a particular group of people, breakers who've probably been breaking 20, 25, 30 years, and we're throwing them into this pool and expecting them to suck because of the age. which is kind of lame, right? I mean,
Yep.
it's kind of lame because if they're still breaking, just because they're not competing and you don't see them competing, don't mean that they suck. No, they just probably haven't entered battles. So for me, I think what we're doing is we're labeling these breakers and kind of giving them a handicap by saying, oh, because they're 40 and plus, this is so fucking wow. This is so impressive. But what is impressive to me is that when you can find a breaker in the 35, 40 plus range that has transitioned over the decades. What do I mean by transition over the decades? There's only so many breakers that, if you ask me right now, can still hold their weight in any competitive environment, any age group, because they switched it up. All right. I don't normally drop names, but I want to drop a name, and I'm not surprised that Roxrite won this. Because if you look at Roxrite 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago, that's a totally, completely different breaker. And now you see him now in 2024 going into 2025. The guy is dope enough to really compete against a lot of these young guys that are in their prime, even after his 40s. Now, the issue I have with older breakers is that some of them, not all, but some of them tend to be complacent. They tend to be content at the level that they're at. They're still running sets from 2005 to 2004. You know what I mean? Like, you had 30 years. How come you haven't transitioned over? Which also is kind of similar to like Menno. I don't think Menno's in that 40-year range yet.
I think
he's like in his mid 30s, right? You look at
Intact's
Menno.
39.
He's 39?
Intact's 39. Pookie's 39.
No. I said Menno.
I know, but just that's the same. They're about the same time frame.
Yeah, they're up there.
They're up there.
Like, they're up there.
You look at Menno 15, 20, 25 years ago, and you see him today, completely different break.
100. Yeah.
These are guys that have transitioned. These guys that have evolved throughout the decades of breaking, versus looking at a breaker who decided to stay content with the level that they are at and doing the same moves that they did in the mid 2000s. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much donkey kicks are popping now in 2025 as they were back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So I'll land my plane with this. I mean, the 40 and plus was dope. It was cool to see. When I start seeing breakers of a certain age transition their style, get a little bit more comfortable, moving, shaking, popping with new stuff, new content they're putting out on the floor, then salute to those guys. I put mad respect on that.
Yeah, man. All right, Tony.
Damn, that was dope. Rick the Ruler. Elaborate more on that. Give or take, granted the 40 plus, they're still moving and grooving and competing on that top level, right? I feel I'm 37. I just turned 37. I feel like I haven't peaked to my horizons yet or movements. I'm still learning on the go. This year, I just learned tap mills. I learned swipe head spins. I'm still learning at this age, and I feel like I haven't peaked there yet. And so maybe for my shine, it might be that 40 battle, learning and still going. If I can,
Bro, Dada made his name from the 40 and up battle. Like, when he realized, he was known locally in Colorado, but that battle with Crumbs kind of made his name.
Ooh,
like, he started getting more work after that battle.
Yeah, and throughout that year, shout out to Dada. He's been doing a lot of good work in his scene and around the states and stuff. And so, dude, no, like, I loved it. I love that Cross came out the 40 plus and there's best of the best, all these 40 plus. I saw a comment down the road on content. It was like someone's message on one of us said like 2 versus 2 40 plus battle. I was like, oh, that would be pretty dope to see. But yeah, man, I'm still learning on the groove. I'm a small fry here in Portland, Oregon, in the Northwest, and trying to expand my horizon, seeing what's around the world. Because the greatest insight I have learned is not just stay home to your hometown or in your cities, but explore the world and build that mindset of knowledge throughout. So yeah.
Yeah, next year, yeah, it's a possibility. I think Cross said possibly a 40 and up to V2. I think that'll be very interesting. Just to feed off what Ricky was saying, it's like, yeah, don't like. I want to see if you're gonna be in it, evolve, right? Like for instance, like
Yes.
Hong Ten recently, I was never really a Hong Ten fan till recent because you can still see he's expanding on like let's just say Top Rock. He wasn't a Top Rock dude. But the fact that he's trying is like, whoa, okay, he's just not like, I'm 10, I'm just going to stick to my head hollowbacks. No, he was like, let me try to expand as a dancer. And like, that's what, like, we should age like fine wine, right? We should be still trying to develop things that we've never developed before. And that's what you do see that even with Rocks, like he's developed, like when you said mental, he's developed, everyone's developing. And that journey of self-discovery and creation shouldn't stop just because like I'm a world champion. And I, you know what I mean? Like, so I think it's like that because to me, it's like, for me, it's just creation is like the most fun in breaking right now for me. It's like, it's not battling. It's not doing shows. It's can I hit this? Is my thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to give a plug for myself. I'm turning 50 next year and I'm still trying. Like, I'm still trying. Like, and that's why I was saying when I join next year, I'll be 50, guys. Everyone's just turning freshly 40. I will be 50 next year. So, and I'm still trying to learn. Like, I'm still watching like the trends, even though it's like, you know, even though I won't bite, it's more like I'm still influenced by the scene. I'm like, what? Okay, let me see how I flip it my way. You know what I mean? Like, that's just to me, that's the most fun part in breaking. So, you know, but that's why I picked that battle because that was the first time, even though it's like they've been breaking for a while and they haven't stopped. That was the first time a 40 up battles with that level. Like that level of like, we're not just going to do 6-step. Like, we're not just going to do 4. Like, no, we're chucking airplanes, buddies. We're chucking 2000s. Like, all right, word. You know what I mean? All right.
I think it is also a little bit difficult as well. Like, you know, doing a 40 and up battle, by that time, if you're not fully dedicated into dance, or at least into breaking, you know, there are priorities of life where you can't dedicate 10 hours a day into breaking. Rockstrike, Menno, these guys can do that because they dance for a living. Some people can't dedicate 10 hours a day into breaking. So for some of the people that are just trying to get back into it, I think it's also dope to see these guys at least trying to come out and trying to do some dope shit. And also, I'm not big on like watching like 50-year-old men also just do 6 steps and do that shit. But I ain't gonna hate on somebody and tell them that they need to be elevating in a 40 and up battle if they had to take time off to spend more time towards something else and work 10 hours a day like a normal b-boy who doesn't have a job or a life or a family or anything like that. So I just want to say that because I don't want people thinking we're knocking on anybody entering the 40 and up battle, like everybody that's entering that's just doing like some basic shit. I understand how it is with like taking priority and not doing full-time competition b-boys. Some of these guys can do it. Some people can't do it. But yeah, that's it. Just want to say that just so nobody thinks we're like knocking on them.
Let me piggyback off that. Piggyback off that. If your goal, your objective is to enter a competition, if let me just be clear, if your goal, your objective is to enter a competition and win or try to get in that top 8, get in that semis, then obviously you should know who you're up against. And if you're up against that, then you really have to be real with yourself and ask yourself, you know, am I at that competitive level? Right? Even being 40 plus or whatever. I'm 42 years old. I got 3 kids. I'm married. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not putting in the time, the effort into trying to be at that competitive level that I want to be at. But there are people that are out there that's all they do. Like we mentioned Roxray, we mentioned Menno, we mentioned Hung Ten. You know, these are guys that are constantly battling. So they're going to open up new ways of thinking as the years progress. So then that way they can stay, I hate to say relevant, but quote unquote relevant within the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. But who are we to tell somebody,
yes,
you need to make sure or everybody's aiming to win the battle when I can see the Olympics. If you're going for the Olympics, you better be going out to win the Olympics. It's a 40 and up battle. who am I to say somebody just doesn't have the itch by just getting back into Breakin? You're not allowed to enter this battle unless you really want to win it, or you got to make sure you look like you want to win it. I think anybody's allowed to enter whatever kind of competition they want to, especially if it's a 40 and up battle, and they kind of feel a little bit more confidence because they haven't been in the competition scene for a while. Fuck it. I say enter the battle if you really want to enter the battle. Even if you do, you know, you're like, I'm not going to beat rocks, right? But maybe, you know, I'm just out here having fun, getting to battle with the homies again.
So yeah, so that's the thing that I was gonna say, because I've done it. This is the first year the second year I haven't done it, or I wasn't there, right? I was there in the very first in 2019. I was there at the very first 40 and I'll tell you what, it feels like we're still here. That honestly, it feels
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
That's what it is. It feels more that like, wow, we're still here, guys. And it's like more like it's like I would say like from my experiences, it's the most giving as far as competition because it's not really a competition. It's more like we're just happy to be here, and we're happy. Like a lot of them, this is the first time they get shine in front of people. You know what I'm saying? So I think so that's the energy of it from my experience. That's more the energy. Like from last year to 2 years ago, that's always the energy. We're still here. This is fun, and it takes off the pressure a little bit. It's just the fact that the level is this high now because of those who haven't stopped, right? So, or you know what I mean?
And just to also rest and repeat in the chat, I just saw Rick is talking about competitive aspect. Dom, about someone who tries and learns. I'm not talking about people who are trying to learn. I'm talking about somebody who is just looking for an itch to just have a good time with their homies again and get back in and just want to have a good time in battle. That's just how it is. Competitive or not, I mean, shit, you even have the rush of being competitive. Maybe you make the top 16, even though you're up against all these people. Maybe not enough people enter the battle and you're in that competitive mode. So I don't know, but I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. I think 40 and up at this point from 2 years ago to where it's at today, completely different. I think the lineup is completely another level than it was 2 years ago watching freestyle. Because before I was like 40 and up, like the fuck is this lineup? Then this year I'm like, holy shit, like this is fucking wild. Like it is
he's 40 years old. This one's 41. This one's 42. You can't believe it. When did he turn 40?
Yeah.
So
I said that about Open. I was like, wait, Open's only like 36. And it was like, no, he's 40. I'm like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? No, he's 40.
That's what I thought.
And it's only going to get crazy. Each year, it's going to get crazier.
100. Like, so to make a name off of it, forget about it. You're not going to make it. Like, Data, I think, was the last of like that. Like, I got exposure.
You just screwed it in.
Right.
Because from now on, it's going to be insane.
I mean, if I could just jump in real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on this particular topic, but you know, for individuals out there that are looking to compete in the 40+ battle, you know what I mean? Also understand it's like we're now honoring those that are in that 40+ that are still wanting to compete. And I would never stop anybody from wanting to compete or wanting to enter. I would just say, you know, if we're going to kind of start pushing in that direction, then, you know, the competitive aspect for that particular age group will have to reflect. It'd have to show, you know what I mean? Like, how dope are you at 40+ years old?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
which
you're
is what's
not,
happening. Technically, which is what's happening because people are turning 40 and they're dope and they're entering, and the ones who are dope are making it to the top 16 and everybody else is not making it. So at the end of the day,
back to the regular battles.
That's all it is.
That's exactly where it's leading. It's going right back to normal.
Yeah, it's back to that's why I said, like, this looks like regular 101. Like, all right, cool. Well, that being said, since we're talking about getting close to 40, and we already mentioned it, we mentioned we got Tony's pick, which is Menno versus Ives, right? So let's talk about Menno versus Ives. Let me bring that up. Let me put down the volume, and we're just gonna talk while it's in the background because I'm assuming everyone has watched it. That's watching the live stream right now. Thank you for being here. Again, this is the Avengers of Breaking podcast show. Okay, so here is, because of copyright's sake, we are not going to play the music, but let's start with Tony since you brought this up. Why was this a highlight for you in the year 2024?
Yeah. Not only is like, you know, one of the top jams end of the year, but dude, just watching Icy Ives develop and grow from where he is today. I was like, man, if he makes a history, if he wins this one, right, from starting for regional to last chance cypher, to the finals. I think Killaquola made it to there.
Yep.
I think lost to Menno that year as well, right? And so, you know, both was making history, 4th time for Menno. Maybe just the point of, you know, little bias rooting for him just because like I feel like the underdog, right? Menno won 3 times, but recapping to the finals, definitely, you know, I think Menno held down and definitely took it over, but Icy Ives definitely made an impact into the scene as well, which was dope, dude. And that's the most recent battle I kind of seen. I think the WDS just came out with a couple battles recently, but man, this jam was dope. And seeing some of the content out there where they changed it up where they can pick their competitors from the last chance who they want to choose and pick from the slots was pretty dope for the top 16. But yeah, man, spectating, watching this, I wish I was there, man, watching it live in person. I bet that thing was.
Oh yeah,
I bet that would have been way hype.
All right. Who's next? Who else want to talk about it? Talk about Menno versus Icy Ives. Let's talk about like just to throw in some of the subject. I mean, people booed when Icy Ives lost. Like, who wants to jump on that?
I don't know. I feel like people booed anytime Menno beat anybody. I mean, I talked a lot about this battle already on the stream, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I thought it was a really good battle. And again, like Tony said, you know, I like Ives, and I like the way that Ives dances. I think he's easily one of the best in USA right now. I think what he's doing, I think his journey of where he's at right now and how far he made it is definitely there. When it goes into technical and detail and like who I thought won, I thought Menno took it by a little bit. I'm going to be honest. And I know the scene is like super split on it, right? Because Menno, I mean, Ives definitely held it down, and you know, it is what it is. It's going to be preference at the end of the day with judging and how you view breaking. Other than that, I think it was a dope battle. I mean, there's not much for me to say other than that. I mean, if you guys want to see like a full like breakdown, I have like a video somewhere. I forget if I did it on a stream or if I did it on a video, but yeah.
Yeah, check out Dom's commentary. Let's go to Rick. Rick, what you think about this battle?
I didn't really have a pony in the race during this battle, right? But if I'm not mistaken, what's this? His fourth
win.
World champion?
Yeah.
His fourth win? Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question to the live chat and anybody else out there. Is it boring that Menno won his 4th Red Bull BC1 title? And if so, what does that say about Red Bull BC1? Like, I would imagine people expect.
I don't know what to say because, like, it's not like I don't know. It's like, okay, he won the 4th one, so it's
boring?
Like, should they just one and done? As soon as you win a BC1, no more. You're not allowed in anymore. That would defeat that aspect of it if we're looking to do that. Is it exciting that he won his 4th one? No. Is it exciting that he won his 4th one? Like, yeah, it's just I don't know.
You straight up said it. Is it exciting? Honestly, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not exciting. It's not exciting that he.
There we go.
I wouldn't be excited if he won it. I wouldn't be excited if he lost it. You're like, yeah, it's dope. Ives would have won it, but like, I'm not here. I'm not determining that. You know, the battle is going to determine it.
Yeah.
The only way you can get rid of that risk of it happening is if you take a previous winner out of the competition. Don't let him enter again.
Okay, so what?
Hold on, Dom, because you did pick Menno to win prior to the battle.
Because I said by experience,
so you did expect him to win.
Yeah, because by experience, I thought he was going to win.
You did expect him.
Okay, see,
did I say I was excited he was going to win?
Oh, you're not excited.
Did I say I was excited he was going to win? You asked me who I thought was going to win, and I said Menno, and he won. Was I like, oh, told y'all suckers, suck my, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
You weren't. You're saying you're not excited.
No,
he just gave an analysis, right?
Yeah, I gave an analysis.
Yeah.
Now, did I go and I was like, I went into the chat to you guys and I was like, dude, I told you guys I'm so happy for Menno. Guess what? I'm gonna send him a gift card and a present. I don't care. If Ives would have won, I would have felt the same fucking way. It's been BC1's been going on for how many years now? And every time somebody wins, I feel exactly the same. Guess what? Next week, it's another big competition, and somebody else is gonna win, and I don't give a shit who wins BC1.
Ooh. All right. So this is
all right. So then, would it be fair? I'm sorry. Let me just say, would it be fair? Would it be fair to say that this Rebel BC1 was born?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I want to say that. I want to say Rebel BC1 is, for example, one of my. We'll get into my.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll save it. We'll save that. Yeah. Yeah. So here's my thing. Here's my thing about it, right? Because I was like, okay, this is. Okay, if I was Menno, and I said this because I did the bracket reveal on B-Boy Network. If I was Menno, right, I won this thing 3 times. Give me Hero 10 right now. I'll be a fucking hero.
I mean, that would have made it a kind of exciting.
You know what I mean? Because like, I won 3 times. What's the point? Like, what's new? Like, everyone was being strategized. Like, for instance, during that bracket, because first of all, that bracket thing was dope. Like, keep that. Like, keep doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was cool with that too. That's fun. Yeah.
That's fun. If I was Rob from Style Invaders, I would have gone for Hero 10. Why? I'm most likely gonna lose. Might as well lose big. They're gonna bring me back anyway. If I made the stage, I'm gonna be there anyway. You know what I mean? Like, let's take the risk. You know what I mean? Let's take the risk. Let's go against the hardest. And look what happened. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about that later. But it's like, what's the point of winning if you're not like, if that's the first time you're on that stage, go for broke. They'll invite me again anyway. I'm that much of an influence. That's why they invited me. You know what I'm saying? If I was Menno, I would do the same thing. I won this 3 times already. Let me go out in a blaze of glory. Like, what do I have to lose?
Right.
You know what I mean? What do I have to lose?
No, he just wanted to win again.
But see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
again,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely, it builds a story, and it's like
100.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
100. Like, what's the point? And that's the other thing is like, like it happened in the DJ culture and the DJ battle culture. Like, they retired Mixmaster Mike and Hubert. Like they won 3 of them, and they were like, DMC was like, we're retiring you. So I mean, I don't know if it's going to be profitable for Red Bull so much if they want to retire the guy that's going to win, that going to keep winning, who represents Red Bull. But just for the challenge sake, like if I'm like, like what else have to prove? I'm gonna go for broke. Now going back to the battle, like if I said this before, if Icy Eyes did what he did against Alvin in the finals against Menno, then yeah, to me, Ives would have won that shit. But it wasn't the same. It's either fatigue, pressure, whatever it was, right?
Yeah, battle's a battle, man.
Like, yeah. Or whatever he did against Leon in the last chant, it seemed like every battle that Ives did till the finals was like excellent, and that one wasn't as sharp. And the thing is, like, and this I'm going to say this now since we got other viewers watching. Like, if you look at the stats of the people that have won BC1, there's only been 2 B-boys that tend to snap, and that's Hong Ten and Lilu. Everyone else has kind of been on the more mellow execution, even from Ami to Roxrite to Victor. They're not necessarily the most explosive B-boys and B-girls, but they can execute. And that's like a marathon. And BC1, like, dude, you have to have 24 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Subtracting last chance cipher. 24 rounds? That's a lot of rounds. And to do a sprint for 45 seconds for 2 hours straight with minimal rest, like, your training has to be like, dude, boxers don't even go through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different thing to be that explosive. So look at the stats. The stats are, if you take it and it's B-boys, B-girls be like, that's boring, but it wins.
Yeah, I mean, you got to show that you have an arsenal. It's part of the game.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game. That's why there hasn't been an exciting winner in a long time.
Profo, would you have preferred to see somebody else in the place of Menno other than Menno?
I didn't have a stake. I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I just knew that this was a good one. Like, the lineup was good. Like, the lineup as far as like who was the top 16, like, I'm like, okay, that guy's good. This is where it was just like, I didn't know what to expect. Then I was like, who are the judges? And that's what I'm saying. If it ever gets to the point, and people watching out there in the stream, if it gets to the point where we start betting on breaking, we shouldn't be betting on just the competitors. We need to bet on the prediction of the judges. That's how we should bet.
Yeah.
Who are the judges going to vote for?
I'll be honest, for Rebel lineups, like, I agree with what a lot of other people say as well, where, if you win once, maybe twice, that's about it. Why are we bringing people back that continue to win these things? Like, I will agree with you guys on, like, why do we have somebody in a Red Bull BC1 competition that has already won it 3 times? Would I rather see somebody else in that place? 1000%. I would rather see new people every year, to be completely honest. I like fresh, new people that are ripping it for that year. Take 16 of them, put it in there. I get this whole like ciphers and there's fair places of, but like for wild card wise, like it's nice to just see new people in there. I don't want to watch the same people that have been winning, or at least have been in it for the previous 3 or 4 years, or 10 years now. I get it. Like this is their brand. It's Red Bull. They want their own people to be in it. That's cool. I get it. But to be more exciting, I'd rather just see fresh faces in it. Just being honest. Nothing against them or anything. Like they're dope. Obviously, Meno won, but it's like, just give me some new people. I would probably enjoy it much more.
There you go. Speaking of new people, this is a good segue. So now we're gonna go to Dom. We're gonna go to Dom's highlight of the year, which is another Red Bull. By
the way, guys, this is just the first thing that came to my mind. There's much more things, but I thought this was fun.
This is no, it's good because honestly, no one really talks about it though, too. I mean, man,
I thought it was funny.
No one talked about it. Like no one talked about this battle, right? And it was like, first of all, it was the first battle, dude. Heavy hitters, first battle of the day. That's crazy to think about.
Honestly, like, I was streaming this whole thing. So, by the way, if you want to see my real reaction to Meno winning, Meno winning, you can see my real reaction if I was excited or not. I'm pretty sure I had a blank face on and said, "Oh, here we go again." So you can see that, first of all. Second of all, this battle, I was just fucking laughing like 90% of the fucking time. Well, we're talking about this battle that you're about to.
Yeah. So we're pulling up, of course. Oh, okay. The setup we did. Well, let me do the setup real quick. Because the whole thing is, this is, again, as we mentioned earlier, this is what was different about this year. This year, they had the competitors pick. And who gets picked first? Hero 10. So he puts himself in the bracket. Then everyone gets picked up. Everyone goes as far away as from Hero 10. Everyone was chicken shit. I don't give a fuck. You can be mad at me. Mad at me, guys. Everyone was going away from Hero 10. And then who was the first one to take out the who
I forget. It's that whole exchange. I know it was like Leone, Samuka, what's
Khalil
from France. Khalil. Yeah.
Khalil. Yeah. So they did this whole thing that was super, and like, dude, first of all, that drama. It's Brazil. Everyone, you saw that. Let's set up the story real quick. It's Brazil. Everyone's watching this bracket.
Let's go,
they see everyone is seeing that. Everyone in that audience is seeing. No one wants to face against Hero 10, right? Everyone is just like, okay. So even if I wasn't a B-boy fan or breaking fanatic, and I didn't know what was going on, I would notice, why is everyone, this guy must be good, because everyone doesn't want to get lined up against him. Then all of a sudden, like, that exchange happens, and then Samuka's name, and it's Brazil, that crowd goes crazy. Like, oh, shit, it's on! Like, the hardest dude is against a hometown hero. You know what I'm saying? And that just made it like, that made the crowd electric. So, and again, this being the first battle of the night, too. That's another thing. Like, first battle of the night, we have Dom Key's highlight for this show, anyway, is Samuka versus Hero 10. And let's put that in the background as we talk. So
let me just say, like, one of the big things about Hero 10 is like, the dude is a showman, right? And like, if I'm watching a battle, like, and I'm not breaking in it, I gotta be entertained. And this whole battle, like, from beginning to the fucking end, was just entertaining. Like, I mean, Samuka is super dope alone, but then you had Hero 10's like coming out. Well, we'll get into it, but when Hero 10 comes out, like, he has a ridiculous first round, like second, and again, like, Hero 10 lost. I will 1000 agree with the judges. He was crashing all over the place, but it's shit like this that makes me like, you don't need to do like super good in a battle or something to make me remember it or to be like a highlight for something. Like, I will probably forever remember this battle because of the shit that went down in it.
Look at that top rock. Tell me, man, it's very dancing moment. Bro, he's already dancing better than most B-boys and B-girls. Let's just be real.
100%.
Just that shimmy, just the Harlem Shake. Like, yo.
Hey,
And he owned it, bro. Come on. Come on. How natural is that Harlem Shake? I don't give a
Woo! That shit was crazy right there.
All right, so like already you're
Yeah,
like,
let's
yo,
talk about this
dope.
moment.
Like,
Let's
Samuka
talk about
just killed
this
it.
one right here. This
And
moment
this
coming
dude
up.
comes out. You're like, yo, what's he gonna do?
This
You're
was
like,
pro wrestling, first of all.
he is such like, if you knew how to get the like, you knew exactly what you're doing with this, bro. Then he rips it, dude. Fucking the crowd is hype, man. Everybody's going crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the shirt. Like, if this wasn't like pro wrestling moments, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like pro wrestling. It's like,
yeah, I mean, does he do? Oh yeah, he does it right here, or no? Oh,
no,
later.
he does it,
Second round.
next
Second round.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, second round.
Word. Like, yo, man. See what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing. First round against Samuka, Hero 10 Junior is hard, no matter who you are.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because why? It's the first time people are gonna see the crazy shit, right? Like,
Yep.
So you can't be like, well, B-boys do footwork and this and that. Like, nah. At this point, you gotta throw that out. You better throw everything at it. You know what I mean?
Really just go out and do straight power. And like, are we gonna say that like they're not B-boys or something? You know what I mean? Like, you got some of the best power heads in the world that, damn, my whole house is shaking right now. Not an earthquake. Bass from something. I think somebody has really high bass out inside.
Oh, shoot. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Solid.
Right? This part right
This
here.
dude,
This part right
this dude, like,
this part right
yo,
here.
yo, it's like, I don't know if I'm like, yo, you're an asshole for doing this, or like, you're the smartest goddamn B-boy right now.
Yeah. That was hype, though. He fell on his butt, but so what?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Throw execution, throw
all this
rules.
sloppy, all that.
Throw it out.
And it's love at the end of the day. It's
all love at the end of the day, man. Like, everyone's like having a good time. Like, he went out there. Yeah, his like after he took the crutch, like he was very sloppy. So it's like, I'm giving it to Samuka for that second round. And like the third round is like, again. But the energy is there. Usually, like the beginning of battles, it's like the energy's there for a little bit and then it kind of dies off. The whole entire battle, the energy is here. So yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just, when I first saw all this going down, it was fantastic.
Bro, when I first watched this battle, like I didn't watch it live, right? I'll be honest. When I saw the finals, I was like, all right, cool. It's like, what's this Hero 10? Like, yeah, let's watch this. I was like, yo, I was jumping in my seat watching this battle. Like, yo, this is the first battle? What the fuck? Yo, okay, let's talk about this moment. Like, who does this on the Red Bull stage? Like, look, I'm going to try a move that I don't think I could do. Bro, you have to respect that, dog.
That's what's up, man. Yo, Hero 10 this year was just like on another, man. I think he put a really big.
Yeah, like, no. Like, I don't want to hit this, but you know what? I'm going to do it.
How ballsy, bro.
He can do that, though. He can do that. He actually created that move. I saw a video of him saying that he created that move, and he can actually do that. It's called a 10,000, I think, a Hero 10,000, where he does head spins. He pushes up on like to a handstand.
Has he done it in a competition?
It's insane.
What?
I don't know if he's done it in a competition. He's done it in practice.
You have to do it in a competition.
Yeah, that's one battle that just stuck out in my head this year. That was like, dude, it was fantastic to watch. It's like, maybe it's like not this like raw, real B-boy type shit, but like,
no, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying like how people are like, oh, you need to have this like real, like in a dark bar, like, in the
that was a really raw breaking down.
I'm just talking about how some B-boys are sometimes and they're like, does on the Red Bull stage. Yeah, I know. Hey, you're telling me. Well, I hear it every day. I'm just saying.
All right, let's go to Tony. Let's go to Tony. Tony, what you think?
Oh, that battle was excellent. It was dope. It was super hype. I didn't know what to like discredit him for taking the crutches or not. I know he had mad respect towards at the end where he like shook his hand, stuff like that. But it was definitely entertaining and it just made the crowd hype for sure for that.
Yeah, man. Ricky, what you thinking, man?
Entertaining. Yeah, entertaining was good. Now, with all due respect, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Samuka has one leg.
I think people know this.
And because I mean, I can't avoid it. I got to go there for a second. Now, I know, Profo, you were mentioning with regards to the judges earlier, like we were putting a strong focus on the judges and what they may have thought or what their perspective was with regards to the battles. I got to ask, in your opinion, do you think that there was some type of were they sympathizing for Samuka when they were critiquing the battle? Do you think there was some type of a sympathetic moment that was subconscious in their
I can't
mind
speak for the judges.
while they were
For me,
looking at
there
that?
wouldn't be. But I can't speak for the other judges. For me, it's like I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like I don't care if you're whatever. I don't care if it was a dog. Don't care if it was a baby. Don't care if it was a guy. Don't care if it was a girl. Just did you win your battle? That's just how I. That's how I judge. Did you win your battle? In my opinion, by the criteria, by my criteria, right? So I'll know. I don't know. I can't unless we call one of the judges up. Hey, did you feel bad for him? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I can't. I just could talk about like for myself. It's like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm biggest. Like when it comes to judge, I don't care. Like you better do good. If you're 10-1, he won, but he did it. He fell. You know what I'm saying? He fell. He went for a move. That's 2 rounds. Think about that. And these are 2 big crashes. It's not like, like I slipped and okay, so let's just go back to the Menno and ICI's battle. Like there was a few ICI's wasn't as sharp, so we have to go by the objective who had the better execution. This one, he went for the head spin with his cane and just fell on his back. And got up was like, I said you, and then like the Hero 10 move, he just fell on his back. Like just that take away.
So he kind of lost it for himself.
But do I love the risk taking? Hell yeah. That's to me, that's what made it wrong. He was like, fuck the rules of competition. I'm gonna do something crazy. I don't give a.
So we were talking behind the scenes, right? Prior to going live with regards to this particular battle, right? And I had asked you guys, is it an advantage or a disadvantage to battle with one leg? And you brought up being objective. So I'm being respectful, but I do want to be objective at the same time with regards to this particular battle. Also, let's not forget that he's from Brazil.
Hometown.
He was battling in his hometown. And he made it to the semis, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like all he had to do was beat one person.
Didn't he win undisputed last year? Like he won something huge.
Like,
last year or the year before, he won something really big as undisputed, one of those big jams. Beat a shit ton of people in it. Yeah, like last year or the year before, or some big jam. I just know he won it, and everybody was like, "Holy shit!" Like. He ripped it. Or maybe it was like Legit's Blast or something. He did something.
Might have been that. Might have been legit.
Might have been that. But he ripped it. He's been on a tear, man. He's been ripping it. I don't think there was no sympathy though. But like you said, can't really make it. I don't know the judges either.
So So Rick, you're saying it's because he has one leg, he's lighter.
Do you think he won? Like, do you think Hero 10 won, Rick? Oh, okay. I was just asking. I mean, you were asking if they give sympathy, so I was assuming you thought there was a reason why they chose him over here. I was just asking. I didn't.
No, I do think that subconsciously, when individuals look at certain people that are handicapped, there's a prop. There used to be B-girl props, kid props. I think when you see individuals who are out there breaking and they have some sort of a handicap, whether they're missing something or they're at a disadvantage or whatever the case may be, and then they utilize that disadvantage to their advantage. You know what I mean? It's hard to avoid, even as a judge. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a good person, right? If you're a good person, you kind of want to do what's right. And when it comes to judging, there's so many people that are, their bias kicks in. And sometimes it's a natural bias, and to allow another person who may have a handicap, you automatically say, well, for what he is doing or for what he is, we're going to give him, extra points.
I would hope not. Like I would hope
not. I think most people are not going to do that. Like, I mean, he lost. That was the case. He would have won the whole thing, but he lost. In BC1. So. I don't think it really plays a part in. I would hope people are not judging in just that aspect. Yeah,
It shouldn't. I mean, I would agree. It shouldn't, but I can't say
the
that it doesn't
the only way we would know is if we talk to him. But I don't know if anybody would even like be like admit to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, judge.
yeah.
Hey, you. Are you?
Like,
Did you vote for
like,
him?
yeah, I
because
felt
he
bad,
was
so I
missing
gave it to
a
him. I highly doubt you saying that shit.
I mean, regardless, to me, that was still the best battle of the night. Like,
I love that battle, man. It was fun.
that was the best battle of the night. Like, this is no disrespect to Eyes or Menno, but that was way more fun watching than the finals. My opinion. Like, that was 3 rounds of fight. Like, to me, that's the rawest of what breaking is: spontaneity, just feeding up energy. Like, dude, like, it's not that they're raw. Like, I did this. Like,
No,
there's
yeah.
the nerdy look. There is such thing in breaking where I love this style of breaking where it's the in the corner, dark corner, you're having your jazz session with people and indirect battles, and you're like, my CC is more angular than yours. Yeah, there is such thing as that. Do I think it's raw? No, that's just a different type of thing. That was raw. That was like so. This is what I was talking to Rick before you guys got in backstage. Was like the closest when breaking was in the 90s, like prior to Freestyle Session, prior to Radiotron. The closest thing to me was Crash Fest. That's how it was back in the day. Was Crash Fest. It was attempts. He almost did it. The crowd goes crazy. That's how it used to be before. Like anyone was like, well, execution. Like, no, there was no judges back then. It was just like raw, and they would just go back and forth till like someone gave up.
I remember watching VHS tapes and watching people crash an air flare, get up, try to do an air flare again, crash it again, get up.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, all right, dude, we get it. Like, you're trying, and it was good, but it's I mean, then it was more about taking the risk, and if you hit it, everyone's going crazy. If you crashed it, all right. But I think today, I understand what you mean. Like, it's a very safe game today versus
100.
I think a lot of people see it too. So
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, and again, like a lot of the young people are growing up in it. They don't know what that like. Let's take a risk, and and that's why I'm surprised even for Hero 10 because he's on the younger side, where it's like, especially being from like an Asian culture, it's like gotta execute, gotta like I gotta live up to my practices, right? Because of Tiger parents or whatever, right? And he still took a risk. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. You know what, guys?
Oh man.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this guy's cane. You know what? I'm gonna put my hand.
And you know what, man? Yeah, it might get some people out. Like, dude, I was cracking up with the crashes and whatnot, but like, whatever, man. Like, still, here I am saying, "Yo, best battle." One of the best battles of the year for me.
And it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like that the thing is like, but how many kids growing up in the competition era, they're willing to do that? They're like, no, I can't do it. Like, come on, man. It's not the end of the world. Like, you know what? Go for it. There have been times I have entered advance, and I know it's like I can hit this move every time. I was like just really bored, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I told my partner, you know what? I was gonna go for it. If we lose, my bad. Like, cause like I want the challenge, right?
Yeah. My bad if we lose, man.
My bad, but I need to I have to just go, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
hey,
again,
you gotta do it. You gotta do it at some point. You get something new. You gotta do it first time somewhere.
Yeah, because
I think we've all had that talk with with like your crew of being like, "Yo, it's my first time doing this. My bad, dude. I'm sorry if I crashed. It's my fault. I'll take blame for it."
Yeah, it makes it fun. It makes it interesting. So, yo, man, so that's what that was the Samuka. Did everyone say anything? Everyone said, my bad. We want to.
I think we're good.
We're all good with the. Okay, wait a second. Before we move on, hailing from Southern California, representing West Coast Rockers, we got my man, late to the party, but never late to the session or to the. We got Friction from Break Street. Yeah,
I just wanted to come in when Rick was talking about special people props.
Dog.
That's another level.
I think you get canceled for that shit.
No, I was like, he's like girl props, kids props.
Give it up for Friction, Break Street Media. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream.
I wanted to come at when you guys are.
Happy holidays, man. Happy
I wanted to come
holidays.
when you guys are done talking about the Red Bull beef song.
Oh,
Oh no, because you're. Yeah, wait until what's next on the plate.
Oh,
No,
God.
yeah. Let's do this. I guess we're gonna go in order.
What's up,
Can
guys?
you put in the private chat what is a highlight of 2024 for you, Friction? And as you're typing that into the private chat, so
Oh,
that
you
way
mean
I
like
can
a
tell you
battle?
anything, any highlight.
You know, I was watching you guys on the way here, and I was like, dude, I've seen every like battle on the battle report, and I can't even remember one.
Yeah, this guy's been
Like,
grinding.
I'm like, dude. But one thing I could say to everyone is one thing that I appreciate this year is everyone that contributed on showing us what not to do in the future.
Word.
That's it. So
That's their highlight.
But as far as the highlight, I don't. There's not a particular, but I think the youth driven because like I posted it the other day on Break Street because I'm kind of holding off for content to the beginning of the year. But we all remember the jam every weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to a point where I was like, dude, there's a jam every weekend.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is about to launch in 2025, but now insert youth and insert B-girls. So that is going to be the game changer, I think, going into it because it used to be a jam every week with all the homies, right? Everyone hitting 20, 30, whatever. Now you got this whole new youth movement, and that's going to change the whole game. So, but as far as the battle, I would say that I can remember. Did you guys know Sugar Kick's battle with what's the other kid from
Ryan?
He was a BC1 All-Star, but he wasn't.
Oh
no.
Eason, not Eason, the other one, Issei.
Oh,
Issei. Oh yeah. They
You know what I'm
battled
talking about?
against.
He battled with
Stripes
Sugar
in the
Kicks.
final.
He battled with Sugar Kicks at a Japanese
Yeah.
battle, and that was like one of the sick. I was like,
battle.
dude, these guys are homies. That's pretty dangerous right there.
Yeah, they have a squad called something.
Is it the one that won freestyle session?
Yes. Yeah. Something generation or some shit.
Let me send it to you.
They're like the newer Japanese kids, and they're all battling together, and that team is wild.
Dude, that team is what? Dude, Japan is where it's at. Red Bull knows what they're doing, bringing that BC1 to.
There's a new guy from Japan named Ryan. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy, Ryan.
I think so.
He is for me this year. He's probably the biggest up and comer.
Send it in the private chat.
I'm gonna send you the fire chat right now, dude. This battle I remember because I was like, dang, because it's that dude. I don't want to butcher his name. Hold on, where we at? He was killing it for like a while, and then he got out of BC1 probably for contract issues.
It's probably
right here. But then I saw him with Sugar Kicks because Sugar Kicks is just doing it, you know. I think everybody knows that guy.
So okay, I don't know who has been to Japan recently. I don't know if you guys know about this guy. So this is this guy's name is Wutong, right? And I went. This is 11 years ago, and this guy basically helped shape like Sugar Kicks, Ayani, Jasmine. He's in Osaka, Japan. His name is Wutong, Wutan. B-Boy Wutan. Yeah, Wutan. He is the kid's master. And now he's seen the fruition of like all these top competitors. Like I said, this is 11 years ago. I was in Japan. It was like they all learned, like it was Jasmine, Annie, Sugar Kicks, Ayani. This is what I'm saying. Like it seems like that part of Japan, like Osaka and stuff, it seems like that guy was the one. He's like the guy who basically taught all the kids that are killing it right now. So it's kind of
information we need to know.
Yeah, see, no one knows about that guy. Yeah. Wutan. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this real quick.
Right here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this, so this is my first time.
The amount of stickers. Look at all the girls, guys.
Look at the amount of stickers.
Look at all the young ladies just chilling there, excited to see. See, that's the future right there.
I think I saw the winner. Isn't Stripes and Menno?
Menno and Stripes won this thing, I think. So I don't think this is. If you can get the Menno battle, that'd be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think that was in the final. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check while we're watching. But this was a highlight just because I was like, yeah, they're both dope. You know, it's nice to see. And Japan just got.
Yeah,
look
it's
at
cool
that.
seeing them team up.
And these guys are like, so like,
Unchanged
how old
style.
is Sugar Kicks by now? He's like, what, 22, 23?
I have no idea.
Oh, he's a baby.
They're
So,
all little kids to me
yeah.
still.
That's crazy.
Sugar Kicks.
So this guy, right? This guy. Oh, this is
Issei.
Issei. Okay, word.
Yeah.
Issei
Issei.
Sugar Kicks. Okay, word.
Yeah, those guys
Shout
are
out to
just
Found Nation.
bro. Yeah, shout out Top Nation. Those guys are just beasts. Top End. Are you not playing the music because of the rights?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's another
Yeah.
huge. Oh yeah, we got right here. Look here. I'm gonna send you this. Let's watch this one. This one's way better. It's
Okay.
Menno and Sugar Kicks, or Menno and Strides versus Sugar Kicks in these.
Yeah, send it in the chat.
This one way better. But
Oh,
shout out-
Menno and Stripes. Yeah, Menno and Stripes won this, so Menno's been on the tear, huh?
Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out to
they
Menno. Menno's
won.
a cool guy,
They both
dude.
won what Lord of the Floors this year too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's been on the tear.
They did
Yeah.
win, yeah.
Yeah, so I sent it to you right here. Boom, this one.
Yeah, he's been on the
Look
tear.
how
Man.
many cameras they have, dude. You know they're losing money.
Look how small that place is, though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's a glimpse of the
6,
future,
7,
guys.
8.
It needs to be more.
I feel like
entertaining.
most of the jams in Japan, if they're not on stage, they're going to be tiny. The one I judged earlier this year was held in like a very tiny space as well. Super dope turnout, but tiny ass spaces.
And that's what I'm saying. And I think the main thing is why we don't see a lot of the Japanese B-boys and B-girls is because of the language barrier. Because there's like, you already know, Donkey, you've been there. It's like every train station.
Oh,
And even there's kids that probably we don't even know about that rip.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
That's gonna all change with all the software that we're gonna get. These headwear that has like translation live when you're like with your glasses and shit. So.
Yeah, that's why it's like I'm in search for a kid that's under 16 with really good footwork. I don't think I've seen it yet. Besides Malloy, like good.
Your brand is the trades logo is covering yourself. So.
It's all good. Yeah, they know who I am.
Branding.
They know who I am.
It's all good. See my face.
Is Stripes still
I
in
think it goes
China?
back and forth a lot.
Is Stripes
I
still
believe it
in
goes back
China?
and forth a lot. From his footage, it looks like he's in Jacksonville.
And he works out there as a teacher, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he was. I guess he was getting.
He works
paid
as a
good
teacher out
amount
there?
to be teaching.
Mhm.
That's great.
Yeah.
Something's going on because China is just going bananas. Their kids are going crazy.
but they don't got that footwork though.
Yeah,
Not that I've seen.
the big thing right now, guys, is the music. The music is a big issue because the music is dictating the dance, and if the music sucks, and then these new kids are seeing sucky music, so they're practicing the things that not making them think, just things that are making them move.
I had this argument, or not this argument. I had this saying earlier that like breaking right now is the only dance that you don't need music. Every other dance requires the music.
Mm.
What do you guys think about that?
What about pole dancing?
Elaborate on that. I don't know what.
You
I don't know what
can't
you mean
house
by
dance without house music.
Like you can are you meaning like you can impress people with breaking without music versus other?
No, you could just
other dances?
literally create without the music.
Yeah, well, well, you know, I think everyone would beg to like house dancers. Everyone, like juking dancers will tell you different. They're like, no, man, I create with the wind. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah, but because like you know like the whole thing of being athletic and being like, okay, well he did flare 90, I'll go windmill 90 flare, and then even with footwork people they're like that. You don't necessarily need music.
Yeah, I
to
think
battle,
it just
to,
depends
like,
on the person.
But with house, yeah, it's weird to like a house dancer going against a house dancer without music. It'll look really weird.
Well, it's gymnastics. If you put breaking with no music, it's gymnastics.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just gymnastics, martial art. So I wanted to ask everybody a question because this year I'm gonna frick around and find out.
Uh-oh.
All right. So can I ask
music?
everybody a question? All right, you guys. Okay. So check this out.
All right, hold on. Let's stop this video real quick. All right, what's the question?
We want the battle. All right. So first of all, I'm doing a New Year's stream, 8-hour stream, New Year's Day. You guys are all welcome.
Oh wow.
We're gonna have a jam, a stream, and we're
8
gonna watch
hours.
8-hour stream, baby, at a dope studio.
Johnny,
All right,
you Johnny Somali? Just kidding.
I know, right? Something, Mona, baby. All right, so this culture and this art is rooted in ancient technology and new technology, like we have right now, right? So toward for the future, like, do you guys think the judges and the DJ actually have to physically be at the jam for them to give their expert opinion? Because why aren't the best DJs just watching on video, judging wherever they're at versus having
Well,
to physically be there.
during COVID times,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, we did do that.
Break Free had their whole entire like series up that they were doing straight from internet.
There you
Like,
go.
Everybody was
That's
judging.
the opinion. So we'll start with you, Don. Do you think that because if like think about logistics in the future, like why don't we have the best DJ a local jam, but he's not physically there?
I think there's
plugged in.
Personally for me, I just I think there's a different feeling about seeing something in person and hearing the music in person that really will affect the way that I'm dancing. Where also on top of that,
how do you know where the audio is coming from, bro? Are you looking at the DJ while you're dancing?
Wait, no. I'm talking about hearing it, like from like a big speaker system.
No, there'll be a big speaker system. The speaker system will be off the fucking chain.
I get what you're
saying. Like everybody just goes to some random ass location, and then the judges are all from a different location.
No, it's all the same. Everything is exactly the same. You just
but they're physically not there. Okay, well, I think
you can meet up at Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so I think
Xavier and the Popeyes.
Okay,
a monitor. All you need is a monitor with Wi-Fi.
I think judges need to be there because seeing shit in person and seeing it over the internet is a different thing. I think seeing it in person, there's a different energy that people are giving off. While if I'm watching something in a seat, I can tell you, me sitting in the judge's seat and watching it in front of my face, I'm going to get a different vibe from it just from that alone. 2, you got to worry about internet connections and the shit that was happening with Break Free.
In a perfect world, let's say perfect world. Internet's fine. No music,
I still think
judges.
I still think judges need to be there in person to see it.
Okay, what about the DJ?
I don't know how you're going to work that out, but
it's called the internet, Dom.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know if
sound through the internet.
Talk to DJ. I'll talk to Fleg about it. Let me send him a message, see how he feels about it, because I think he's gonna worry about it more than I am.
In a sense, because
so next, that's good. That's a good opinion. Every opinion is valid.
At freestyle, right? Because like the DJs are actually on a rafter on the top. You don't when you're at the inside the circle there, you don't really see the DJ, but you hear all the sounds coming through.
Right.
So I get where you're saying when it comes to like expense and stuff, where it could get them virtually, right? In the sound system, but I don't know. I mean, I prefer everything live. Them there. Judges 100% needs to be there. But as for DJ, that can jump around, but I think 90% they should be there.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I do think the DJ and judges should be there, especially a DJ's important. DJ needs to be looking at everything happening. The people that are going out, he goes off of the vibe of the. Now you could be like. Shit, what just separates this from me putting an MP3 player up on a fucking sound system and being like, go for it? DJ needs to know what's happening. DJ needs to know when people are going out, switch the music up. Could it be done over a video by them just looking at the battle? Yeah, I guess so, but
totally.
I'm just saying, I
not only that, we can give more angles. They can see fucking every angle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I would rather everybody be there than
cool. No, that's cool.
DJ. Just personally.
What do you think, Rick?
So let me dead this real quick. This reminds me, I recently bought my daughter for Christmas a MetaQuest. For those of you guys out there that know what MetaQuest is,
a headache machine.
This VR machine, right?
I got my son one.
I'm always in that shit.
I almost vomited. I almost vomited. I vomited on it. Now, as an event organizer, you know what I mean? You're not just trying to develop a dope event, but you're creating an ambiance, if that makes sense, right? You're creating this type of vibe within the room, within the culture that brings everything together, and all that's got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? If not, you're basically going into a VR world. You know what I mean? That's why I brought up the MetaQuest. I mean, you can put on the MetaQuest and you get everything that you want, but it's kind of stepping out of the reality, the real world, and into this more virtual concept. Right now. If you want to do that, then yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, I think you might have a point going in that direction. But I don't know, man. I think for me, you got to maintain some type of environment in order to bring the community together, and it's got to come from a physical perspective.
That's cool.
You feel me?
What do you think, Profo?
I'm like everyone else, man. Like there's certain movies that are on Netflix that I won't watch in the live theater, but then if there's a certain event that I have to go watch it with people, I'm gonna go watch it with people. Like And not to sound too lame, but like, like Wolverine versus Deadpool. I'm watching that with a bunch of people because it's gonna be fucking shits and giggles because I get to like, interact with the audience versus just being at home. Now am I gonna watch Carry On Netflix? Netflix? Yeah. I don't want to deal with no one. But there's that's why they call it like right now, Hollywood has done event films. That's why there's no independent movies anymore because they could just stream that on Netflix while they have to have these big budget types of movies to bring people into the theater to experience. And that's the whole thing of going into the theater and watching is to experience with everyone there. So with that being said, with the DJ, that's the whole point of watching a live band. You know what I mean? Like, cause I could watch Coachella.
It ain't a rave. You're not watching it.
But I'm just saying, like, we're just using the same thing. Like, we're using like I could be at Coachella watching a live stream, or I could go there and experience. And that's half of the reason why we go to breaking events is to have the experience of just human interaction. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why the break free things were cool to watch as far as battles, but the dancers as well feed off the crowd. Like we just saw it. Like what if there was like, you know what I mean? There was like the DJ couldn't connect. The DJ couldn't connect with Samuka or Hero 10 and the judges weren't there. Like you're just gonna kind of like, wow, that looks hype, but that's all you could say. You're like what? It's not this experiential thing. And I think that like for me, and I don't know, maybe for Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they could just do that, and that's cool for them. Like I don't want to interact with nobody. Like okay, cool. That's where it's gonna. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. But for me myself, like I'm that old dude. Like I want to hear like live music. I want to be experiencing these things. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I was at Red Bull PC One. Shoot, I don't want to judge it from here. Like it's great watching it, but then to be there, oh my god, that would have been amazing to like just witness and or judge. If I was a judge, man, I'd be like, man, someone boom, like just pull up the card. I'll be like, yeah, I did that. So for me, it has to be like.
So I'll ask you a second question. That's great. That's all great info, guys. Well, I'm gonna freak around and find out. So next year we're gonna talk about this. All right, cool. So what do you guys think about creating online winners? So judges are the actual audience of the online. Like you have a battle, and then just the audience judges. Get the picks off the comments. Like, okay, this guy won. He's a champion because of the internet. Well, what do you guys think about starting something like that?
I've done that.
They've done, yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I've done that. It's fun.
What about doing it on a high level? So you create like some title where it's like this guy,
sure, why not?
Internet champion of the world.
So they had old Red Bull competition. I forget that it was before like Dance Your Style was called Beat Some. I forget the name of it, but the audience judged it with colors.
Oh yeah, with the bracelets, right? They had the bracelets.
Yeah. They just judged the crowd judged it. With
not me online, not live online. That's all. Online.
I mean, it's like the same. So the audience judging it online, I think it's stupid.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I want to get you.
I think so many. I think I can be in there trolling and just be like, yeah, that dude.
No, that's the thing.
Well, exactly. Like just let.
But that might be fun. Actually, that might be fun. The trolling part actually might be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't fucking entering that jam.
I'd be in there trolling.
Yeah. They're all new ideas, guys. New ideas. What do you think, Rick? What do you think, Rick?
Here you go for it.
I think there could be a people's champ, like internet people's champ. And like I'm talking about perfect world, guys. Like everything's like production's good, money's good, everything's good. It's not like a little jam in the fucking corner somewhere.
It doesn't hurt to try, man. I mean, you never know what you might get. I remember when Profo was doing the IG thing, and I've been trying to encourage him to bring it back.
I might.
And have people. Yeah, it was a good way to get like the youth more exposure, get them a little bit more involved and comfortable.
The guy who won that the most was Weapon X. Weapon X kind of made his name. Like Weapon X was winning those. Like we had it every week during COVID. Weapon X was winning. Like he was beating a lot of people, and it's like that gave him his floor time. So when everything opened up, he just went for everyone's freaking neck. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the COVID times definitely shows that you can do it. Perfect world wise, you can if you have the right connections, everything is running completely smooth. Like any kind of competitions that you use online with, like it's been done, it's possible to do it. So as long as everything's working.
Yeah, no, I think at the moment now it's not there for the crowd voting for that. I think it can be onto a different platform. But as for the judges, eliminating them without I don't think that's a good idea at the moment with the crowd voting, but that could be definitely something happen down the road for sure with like the virtual realm getting more engagement with the audience and stuff like that. But I don't think it would be a big play into our culture at the moment. But who knows? Maybe down the road. But yeah, I'm not up for it. But I think it's something that you can create and see how things go, engaging with everyone, connecting, and see how it grows from there.
Rick looks like he's thinking. What are you thinking, Rick?
No.
I'm like with everyone else. I'm saying like give it a shot, right? Like give it a shot. But just for me, as far as like going back to what you were saying earlier, like my personal experience, I like to experience these things, right? Again, because I'm not caught up. To me, a lot of the breaking events are like reunions. I get to like chop it up with someone I usually just see online on IG versus like actually, yeah, we're breaking bread. We're gonna go eat after this, or we're talking about like, to me, that's why I like the events, even though it's what I mean, even though it's just like it's just breaking, but those are the things that attract me to the events, is talking to the judges, talking to the DJs, possibly hearing new songs, seeing a new kid that I've never seen before. Who's this kid? I'm gonna watch out for this person for the future. So I like stuff like that. Well, I'm not against it either. I think People's Champ is a good idea too, because that's how it should go anyway. I feel like you should be rewarded if you're like if you even if you're not winning the competition, but the crowd loves you, you should be rewarded because they like you. There should be a reward for what I mean.
In the YouTube chat over, Atami said that Break Connect has a feature where the spectators can pick their People's Champ in each battle.
There you go.
So,
That's perfect. That's right.
They do.
All right. So okay. So now
I'll leave it with this, guys. There's more people. You can have more people attend your event on the internet than anywhere in the planet.
I agree.
Yeah.
So like, it's better to get like when we get into, I'm talking about 100,000, 200,000, million.
Yeah,
viewers.
I mean,
there's not like 50 fucking people on.
No. China live streams for breaking is 1 million views.
Yeah.
Easy.
So, well, but it's future stuff. That's a great opinion, guys. Thank you for answering that.
All right. So now that we got the highlight, which was the youth, just to make sure that Friction's highlight was the youth, and I like that. That's actually cool because he's thinking about the future. That's good.
You're making me realize I gotta do this stuff for the kids too. Like anybody.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, you gotta guide them. Gotta guide Gen Z and their crop tops and baggy pants.
Wearing like 90s.
and their broccoli hair. Everything that's Gen Z. Right? Okay, so all right.
Broccoli hair.
That's me picking on him. All right. So now we're gonna go to Rick the Ruler's highlight of 2024, and it's not as obvious as the thing that we tried to elephant in the room, right? We're talking about elephant in the room. That's the podcast. Elephant in the room. Right? Another elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. So that being said, so Rick the Ruler's highlights in review for 1994, 2024 is, of course,
Who's that man? Who's that man? Is that a woman?
That picture, though.
No, it's special.
Is this what we're going off?
Screenshot it.
I'm not gonna play the video, bro. We don't have to play the video.
I don't think you want to play the video because they're gonna strike the shit. Olympics will strike your fucking video if you play it.
You're gonna get her legal team.
I
did it.
I never knew a person have a legal team.
And they struck my shit because I had something from the Olympics in there.
Yeah.
Word. Okay, so we have this. Okay, we have this still. All right, we have this still. All right, cool. I'm gonna show it again later, but all right, so
who's that man in the green outfit?
You picked B-Girl Rayguns
from
Sydney, Australia.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I wanted to.
It was a big moment. It was a big moment.
I mean, it is. Like I was like, who's gonna do it first? I thought Rick right away. He was the first backstage. He was like, "Oh, talk about Raygun." All right, let's go.
All right, so I wanted to address the Raygun situation for the 2024 year-end review. Many of you guys that tap in with me, you subscribe to my channel, you follow me on the gram. You know that my content is topic driven. You know what I mean? I'm more so culture community first before I address anything dance related or the dance aspect of Breakin'. So I wanted to address the Raygun situation, and normally I don't ever drop names, but since we're doing the review, and she's probably the most popular breaker in the world right now, I wanted to address her situation and ask two questions. Question one is, well, before I even give you the questions, let me just go over what I mentioned to you guys earlier. Now, with regards to Rayguns, I didn't start following her until maybe 2-3 weeks after the Olympics when she had already blown up. All right. And then she was blowing up in my news feed. So every so often she posts like a video explaining her situation. And what I would do is I'd go directly to the comment section. And I would notice that there were breakers in the comment section, breakers that we all know of notoriety, that were kicking her back in. They were kicking her, criticizing her, just real nasty comments, things of that nature. So I asked two questions. Why are so many people hating on her? Number one. And then I wanted to ask, what did she actually do wrong to deserve this type of criticism? Now, from what I know, from the information that I've gathered, she was breaking a decade prior to the Olympics. So she's technically a B girl. She's a breaker. You know what I mean? She was doing the damn thing prior to the Olympics. Okay. And not only was she doing that, from my understanding and the information that I gathered, she was teaching and educating and doing lectures because she has a PhD or something to that extent. And she was doing lectures in college with regards to breaking, hip hop culture, and things like that. Now, then the Olympics happened. She didn't do too well in the Olympics. Oh no, prior to the Olympics, she won fair and square, the Oceania qualifier, right? Fair and square, she won the Oceania.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Okay. And
I had those five judges. I know
Dom,
that
I
I judged that. So yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Well, I tapped into Dom's podcast and Dom broke it all down, like all the conspiracy theories, her husband being like a secret judge, all that was debunked. You know what I mean? So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're right. You're right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right about the beginning of this.
All right. So all right. So the information that I gathered, yeah, she won the Oceania qualifier fair and square. Then she made it into the Olympics, Paris 2024. She didn't do too well. Okay. However, the day after, she became an overnight viral sensation, right? And she was criticized by the entire planet, which ultimately elevated her. I think she got like over 150,000 followers
Like
overnight. You know what I mean? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off based on the information that I've gathered. She ended up signing with a talent agency. The talent agency probably went up to her and they're like, "Listen, we could turn this criticism into currency." Right?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the
Let's take all this stuff and let's.
You don't like my background selections?
Go on, Rick.
So they said, all right, let's take this criticism, let's turn it into currency. Let's get your story out there. Let's get you chasing the bag, blah, blah, blah. Get you maybe doing some other stuff with regards to dancing, and then we can blow it up. And still, not only the general public, now I could care less about the general public, but still the breaking community criticized her, kicked her back in, told her this and that. She's a sellout. She's a culture vulture, things of that nature. Okay. Now, if I'm also, she also did something, if I'm not mistaken, she did some type of dance challenge, right? She did some type of dance challenge where she made a contribution back to the dance community. It was like 5,000 for a b-boy and 5,000 to a male dancer and a female dancer, right? So I'm still wondering these two questions. I'm like, okay, so why are people hating on her? If she made a huge contribution back to the dance community after, making this money off people criticizing her, then why are people hating on her? what did she actually do wrong? I mean, a situation fell into her lap and she ran with it. Now, some people may argue, well, she's an opportunist. But if you ask me, I think many people, if they came across the same situation, if the same issue occurred to them personally, they would have ran with it. If they saw the bag and somebody was like, yo, listen, I'll give you 15 racks. I'll cut you a check, 15K. All you got to do is go on this talk show.
Try 50.
Tell your story.
She got 50 from Virgin. It's not even 15. It was 50.
50K.
Let's get that straight. Yeah. 50.
50. So, I don't know. Let's go around the table. I wasn't one to criticize her. I'll keep it so real right now. If anything, I'm a Raygun supporter. Okay, I'm a Raygun supporter. You know what I mean? I can't hate on someone of my own kind, of my own creed, someone who comes from the same culture, the same community, who happened to be caught in a fucked up situation, but she ended up turning that into something that benefited her and the dance community, because let's not forget, she did make a contribution back to the scene, to the dance scene. So I'll go around the table. Why are so many people hating on her? Tell me, what did she do wrong?
So let me just tell you, Rick. Here's the issue. You're a rational person, and we're talking about the internet. People that have the attention span of a fucking goldfish. That's it. You're not wrong. But yeah, she didn't do that. No, I hear.
Did you hate on her? Keep it real. Did you hate on her?
In the beginning, I didn't hate on her. But when I found out that she did ballroom 10 years before she did breaking, kind of made me a little suspicious, But no, you're totally right, bro. Like, she didn't do it. She just got an opportunity and ran with it. And what I didn't like is they downplayed all the other B girls, which has nothing to do with Raygun. Like, she was just like the spotlight. That's kind of what pissed me off, that all our other B girls were like not even downplayed. And it made me really realize about the power of intention and clarity, because I kept saying over and over and over the whole year, the people that are going to blow up the Olympics are the B girls, right? And that's what happened. It just didn't happen exactly like I expected it to happen. It went far left, you know what I mean? But there's conspiracy theories. They downplayed our dance, all this different stuff. So I don't know. All I can do is contribute to the future. But you're right. You have a valid point, dude. She didn't do, like, she just did her best from what she knows. Was she dissing our culture? There was all a master plan by the WDSF and the Olympics to bring it to Brisbane 2032 and make it a meme? I don't know. But, it's just interesting. But I do think the biggest result as far as the public was it like downplayed our dance back to like kind of like dorky breaking, like cardboard, that brought us back. But look what happened with the youth, guys, and the kids. The real result of what is happening with the youth. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Hey, yo.
I don't hate on her. I think I don't hate on that. Nothing. The whole concept. I think it's great that she's doing what she's doing and moving along with it, moving forward, what she can, opportunities and take and do what she can, right, to help build her community or help build her through the breaking scene. But am I angry, or people are angry, could vouch probably, are there more qualified B girls to be on that stage? Yes, but as far as I've seen, there's a process to get through those to get qualified. But we live in a meme world right now, and through the content, through their arsenal, may or may not have enough, where other people, I read a couple comments on people's feeds where a general public, they are excited because even it's on the Olympic stage, but they can relate to those moves as well. All right, that's as a positive sector. But the negative, there's more qualified people out there. That's what I would be upset about. But I'm not behind the scenes or working on it. I was kind of enjoying it, watching it, giving it 2 cents of my feedback. But dude, it's we live in that meme world where her viral clip went exponential, and she's running with it.
That's right? What the Olympics wanted, if you truth be told. behind the scenes. They wanted to hit a youth market. What better way to hit a youth market than me? They did what they wanted to do.
Who's next?
All right.
All right.
So
Dominic D.
I'll try to make this as short as I can. I have a lot of videos talking about the situation.
That's true.
Before I even start this shit, do you guys know about her with the music comedy thing that happened?
Yep.
Cool. So you're gonna tell me that's
The
like fine
concert?
for her to copyright the Australian move and then go and try to shut down this comedy thing with her lawyers, and because they're
the
basically about to
legal
be
team was like, "You have a legal team?"
well, she has a legal team. She has a
She
whole
has
team.
a
That's like really okay.
Yeah,
Right there.
kind of wild.
The legal team.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, beginning, I was kind of about it. I was like, you know, we are a community where everybody that was part of the Olympics was like, we shouldn't be saying anything negative about the Olympics. We got to be positive. We got to support breaking. And then the fucking day after this went viral, we wanted nothing to do with her. Right? It's exactly what happened. She went up there. No, she's a joke. She did this on purpose. She knew exactly what she was doing. We are to blame because what we tell everybody in breaking is be yourself, be your own character. WDSF made one fucking qualifier to get into the damn Olympics for their location. She got in. Was her skill level up to par with everybody else? No, it wasn't. Should there have been more qualifiers before she made it to get up to standard with everybody else? Yes, there probably should have. So WDSF is a little bit part to blame with all this. First week, whatever. All right, guys, we kind of chill out a little bit. Everybody's kind of going too much. Now, I will say, no matter what, there should never be death threats or like going that far over the line with like fucking comments of everything. But I just feel like with the overtime, my opinion has kind of changed where I feel like she's kind of doing this. She's being a little bit fake for me, and I'm not about being fake. She's saying it has nothing to do with money, but you're going to go and threaten to shut this shit down.
Exactly.
For what reason? There's no reason.
Not about
she gave
money.
no
There ain't no
explanation.
lawyers involved.
And then to top it off, there's a guy on Instagram, the guy who is the owner of the nightclub, showed the reasonings of why she was being shut down or why her and her legal team was shutting them down. And it's ridiculous. Like, you can't take anything. She said that she just found out about it and we had to do it fast. She knew about it for months ahead. Everything she said, not everything, most of the stuff she said wasn't even true. And then what happens 2 days after that, after the backlash? She makes an apology video saying, oh, the show is back on. We made up. Everything is okay again. In the beginning, cool, man. I see it. It's a hustle. Everybody hustles in breaking. We all fucking do it. I get it. We want money. But where it's at right now, if I'm being lied to, if you're doing this shit for money, just be honest about it. If you're going to do it, be honest about it. It's the way that she is approaching the public and the breaking community about it that I'm not okay with. And that's the situation. In the beginning, I was all right with it. Where it's at now, I don't know. I'm up in the air. I don't hate her. I'm not like sending death threats to her or anything, but I'm not going to say like I'm for her. Like I'm rooting for her. I think she's positive. I'm just being honest about it. That's my take. Oh, I have a bunch of videos too. If you guys want more info,
check out
Check out the video.
I got all that. I literally just made one like
I love it.
Yeah.
Plug away.
The
Plug away.
Raygun
Plug
gun
away.
available at Walmart.
Plug away.
Okay,
Rom?
thank you, Dom.
Ooh, I have a lot
Profowon.
to say.
Profowon. Let's
You know
go.
me. You know me. I
homie.
tell a long story. So, first of
Take the
all,
safety off. Take the
I
safety
hope he
off.
doesn't mind, but Just Rock from my crew was the judge at the Oceanic qualifier, and I remember specifically when he judged it. Before we even get to that, remember my crewmate from Florida who lives in Vietnam. His name is B-Boy Rayguns. So guess what the first thing that happened when we saw her flyers up? We were like, I didn't know you were in the Olympics. This is before the whole thing. We were already giving him crap. I didn't know you were in the Olympics. So that being said, like, you know, right after he's like, yo, I got 2,000 more followers. Like right after it all happened, we got 2,000 more followers. I thought it was really funny. Anyway, so going back to my memory, I remember how was it because this was one of the first WDSF qualifiers, I believe. And I looked at I remember seeing the footage and I told Just Rock, like, yo, there's not a lot of people there. He's like, yeah, there wasn't. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, this kid won, you know, J Attack, okay. But I didn't even ask about the B girl. I was like, who won the B-boy? J Attack, okay, cool. Young guy. He practices with Fungo and all those guys. Yeah, that dude. All right, cool. You know. I met J Attack, actually. He was at Freestyle Session. He was in the finals with the 808 Breaker kids. So that's like, so they were like, that was like 3 years ago. So that's why I remember J Attack from Australia. So I didn't think of nothing of it. It was just like not a lot of people there. As you know, when the Olympics happened, you know, the first thing I think, and mind you, it wasn't the Olympics that reposted that battle. I think it was Hot 90. No, yeah, I think it was Hot 97, or it was.
Dude, it
Rolling
was somebody
Stone.
big up there.
It was
Like
Rolling Stone. It was Rolling Stone.
Yeah, Rolling Stone. Yeah.
Rolling Stone, right? Was the first,
Stones was the
right? Because
first,
they,
yeah, they
and
were the
then that's
first.
when everyone.
Rolling Stone posted it before the Olympics.
Yeah,
But
after her
posted
battle.
after her battle.
They took it,
she
and
Oh,
they
after
just
the Olympics,
posted
Rolling
it.
Stone posted
And then after that, everyone ripped that, and then that became viral. That's the thing that became viral. And I remember watching the Olympics going, it was against logistics. I was like, all right, easy win for logistics. Cool. Like, that's all I thought.
Yeah.
Logistics.
I didn't think
Right.
I
That's
didn't think
all I thought.
anything of it either.
Yeah,
that's
I don't think
Like,
anybody thought anything of it after the battle.
You know what I mean? But
It
again,
wasn't until it got
coming.
blown up.
We're coming from our perspective, right? We're not coming from like this is the first time you've seen quote unquote urban dance, right? Like, so that there's that stigma. There's this white girl from Australia that's doing an urban dance. We just looked at logistics got this. That's how I looked at it. Logistics got this. Cool.
Right.
Easy win. Don't worry about it, right? Why? Because we are used to seeing breaking like that. We're just used to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, from the outside of the world judging this white girl, this Caucasian from Australia doing an urban dance that's from America, it's like, oh, fuck this. What is this? This is the Olympics. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And that's what built that up. Now,
Everybody got an opinion.
yeah, is she good? No, she's not good. You know, I mean, she won fair and square. After the Olympics, I talked to 2 judges that were at the Oceanic qualifier, and I talked to someone from Sydney. I'm not gonna say their names, you know. I just already said just right. So I talked to them, and they're just like, and I know a few of the people in Australia. I asked, did this person enter? No. Were they there? Yeah. I go, she would have won if she would have entered. Yeah, but she didn't enter. Okay, word. These are what's going on. I go, okay, so I know, and like then I asked, okay, who's allowed an Oceanic qualifier? It's like, oh, I go, so can someone from Philippines go? No, they have to go to the Southeast Asia, then go to the Asia Pan Am Games. Okay, so who can enter in Australia? Samoa, Fiji, New Zealand, and Australia. That's it. I know most of the like duckies in New Zealand right now. There's like maybe 20 people in that scene. You know what I mean? So that being said, and that knowing that, and she, to me, when I watched that final, she won fair and square, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too.
She went fair and square. Not the style I prefer, but like the other person that she was battling that had a higher athletic skill set, she was repeating and flopping. Raygun, B-Girl Rayguns took advantage. She won. She got on the stage. Now, like what you said, Dom, should have WDSF did more qualifiers in Australia? I don't like as a business move. I don't know if that's worth it. As a business move, that's renting 3 different venues: Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. And maybe like, dude, how much money is that going to cost on a business move?
If they would have done it, they wouldn't have been in this situation. I'm just, you know, they might still be in this situation for all we know. I don't know.
Take away from a business aspect. I know.
Yeah.
That's at least 10,000 each event. Let's just say that like most 10,000 in each venue. Like for Brisbane,
way more, bro.
Is it going to be worth it, or should I just throw just one big one and let everyone come? You know what I mean? So, you know, just being objective, right? Just being objective. It was like it. Honestly, I can't hate on her, but the whole thing of the play and the musical based on her as an artist, as that she is a professor. And do you know what her thing was, right? To get her PhD? Do you guys know?
Not sure.
But it was the subject of her dissertation was about being a B girl and not enough B girls in Australia, and why is it only more guys and girls? That was her dissertation. So she cares about and how it's a cultural dance. So it's like, it's very left wing. She had a very left wing approach to getting her dissertation about breaking. So she does care about it. Is she good? No, she's not. That's all it was. Because it's not the moves. Because if logistics did the moves that she did, if Nika did the moves she did, we wouldn't be saying nothing. We wouldn't be saying nothing. It's just, is she a product of the tournament breaking culture hubris? Yes. She's a product of us.
Yep.
She's a product of us. Because exactly when you're like, what's Raw B breaking in the dark corner of the CC? She's from that. Not the same style, but the same mentality. Where someone like Hero 10 can't win in that sense because it's this religion. So that's like, why are you hating? We created this hubris. We created this like, this is what real breaking is. You express yourself with real breaking. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this real quick, Profo. Let me ask you this real quick because you had mentioned the WDSF from a business perspective, right? There's a saying, all right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Do you think that saying applies in this situation?
Hate the game. Dude, if you enter a competition, hate the game. That's why I never blame the judges. Like, oh, the judges.
Or the
breaker, because they're at your own risk.
That is true.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Well, I'll chime in. Can I chime in real quick? Right. So number one, if she comes back in 2032 and all of a sudden they bring back that meme and they use that as marketing, I'm just gonna be like, that's real fishy to me.
Yeah.
Right? And we said she signed up with an agency. Guys, like, most paparazzi is staged. Okay. How do we know? Because first of all, I don't know, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And when I do, it's like a reckoning. Like even her suing the person, how do we know she's not involved in that comedy show? And they're just using that for more press to sell more tickets. Because at the end of the day, guys,
we don't know.
Like professional sports are not about athleticism or fucking honor. It's about selling tickets, bro. Hot dogs, t-shirts, merch, advertising. That's what the business is about. So for the consumer, they're thinking, oh, this is all like for honor. No, it's not. You're selling tickets, bro. So anything you need to do to sell tickets. That whole lawsuit.
I mean, as long as she's okay with people not liking her, then fine. You can do that.
So, I don't know. So
So Friction, let me ask you this. Since we're talking hypotheticals, right? I'm the king of curveballs, right? Now, suppose Breakin is able to come back in 2028 to the Olympics in light of Rayguns.
Oh, you're talking about LA?
Would you support it?
Oh, you're talking about LA?
Yeah, would you support it?
LA, it's only inside information. Snoop Dogg's gonna do a little Olympics thing.
Would you support it?
It ain't coming back in LA.
I understand that, but we're doing hypotheticals.
Oh, I support it. Oh yeah, for sure. We're having events.
If Breakin is able to come back in 2028 or maybe even 2032 in light of Rayguns. Rayguns is the catalyst that creates the movement to go into the Olympics.
No,
would you support it?
No, I'm not down with Olympics ever again. Done. They like what I said, bro. They told us, they showed us what not to do. So now I'm just gonna show and prove. You know what I'm saying? For what I'm gonna do. But no, I don't support the Olympics anymore at all. They like kind of dissed us to a point where like it was really, really personal. So I don't like if they have the Olympics, fucking great, dude. And then I think they're gonna have it in 2032, and they're gonna have a hip hop Olympics in LA with Snoop. I can't get into detail because I don't know all the detail, but they're gonna have breaking in LA, just not on like the Olympic level. But it's gonna come back 2032 in Brisbane. But no, I don't really support the Olympics, But hey, bro, if they send me like a fat ass check, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll stay. Yeah, great. Go.
I don't support.
Support it. But technically, no, I wouldn't. Like I don't know. Like I think they disrespect this.
Tony, would you support if Breakin was able to go back to the Olympics in light of Rayguns? If Rayguns was the iconic figure that helped Breakin get back into the Olympics, hypothetically, right? We're doing hypothetical,
right?
Would you support?
Ah, man, that's a tough one because I mean, I would love to see the scene grow into a different, aspect level, being the Olympics on LA 2028. For the spite of using marketing due to Raygun, there where it gets kind of fishy, right? What's that whole controversy pass stage so they can build up some type of conspiracy, what we think, if it's for marketing, is it for business type of thing. Man, it's a tough one. I mean, I would love to see the scene grow, but as a Spider Raygun, it's just like, man, it comes to business, right? Where it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense to because of her. Now we got the marketing dollars to be here to do this, or not. I don't really know. I mean, I support as much positivity as I can, but part of that is like, man, recap to the past. Yeah, people may loved it or hate it. As for the community, it just seemed like it was just all part of a marketing scheme of a conspiracy. Just recap. Like like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Was that staged or was that real? So,
I need ratings.
Opens up a can of
Yeah.
worms. Dominic D, would you support it, homie? Would you support it if Raygun was?
I'll
go ahead,
probably do exactly what I did for this Olympics. I don't really care. So I honestly
I believe him.
like what do you mean by support? Like do a live stream, be like, guys, this is the Olympics. Like I just don't give a shit about the Olympics. I didn't really care about it then. 32 comes up, they put, let's just say this, WDSF most likely hearing some stuff about behind the scenes stuff, might have Raygun sooner than 2032 Olympics and some marketing type shit. So like I said, like I'm telling you what it was in this year, what it's going to be in 2032. I don't give a shit about the Olympics that much. That's about it. That's all I can say. Is it cool, the Olympics with breaking? Yeah, but like what did 2024 really bring us with the Olympics? That I mean, I wasn't really excited. It's cool to see in the Olympics, but I thought a lot of that shit was corny also in the Olympics. So 2032, I'm probably going to feel exactly the same way as I felt about this way. So kind of just neutral with it. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that like support, like that's a good point. Like the support meaning, like like
what way are we gonna support?
Are we gonna attend? Are we gonna promote it?
You watch it, you support it,
Yeah.
I think,
So
there was once upon a time. Well, there was once upon a time a lot of people were posting 2024. They were
like the flyers, right?
Yeah, the flyers, right? Yeah, there were people that were for it.
Nah, I mean, I didn't really do any of that stuff either. So it is what it is. Like if it comes up, it comes up, and I'm like, cool, Breakin's back in the Olympics. But am I gonna like make a campaign and be like, oh yeah? I just I don't. It's not on my mind to be like, yeah, let's go full throttle because I hope the Olympics sees my commentary and they want me to be on. And it's nothing. It's whatever.
Pro Fizzy, thank you, Doug. Yeah. Pro Fizzy. Would you support it, homie?
Two things though. One, if WDSF is not a part of it and we have a different governing body,
you know what? It's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Or if it is WDSF, have the committee separate where they don't have a say, and the people in the scene vote who's in the committee.
Yeah, something that's more
transparent. That's not gonna happen.
Something like
I'm just saying within the perfect world or whatever. That's where I would support it. Other than that, I'll watch it. Yeah. But these are the things as far as marketing. People shouldn't be on stage when they don't have to host. When they had other options of people that Snoop there who could have hosted, they didn't have that. Why are these guys hosting? And I get it. Have one person from the scene. Then have Snoop Dogg. That would have been cool. Have Snoop Dogg rap. That would have been cool. The best part of the Olympics was the music.
Yeah, that was great.
The best part of the Olympics. You heard Redman. You heard classic breaks because UMG, right? Universal owns NBC. NBC owns the rights to the Olympics. So they had all the access to Drake and everyone.
Yeah, but there's no stopping the smart b-boys in our community to get together and start our own organization.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like a different governing body.
Because that's one thing I've been kind of telling people in the inner circle. Like people ask like they say, oh, I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. Okay, so you don't get what you're worth. You get paid what you negotiate. So they're like, okay, You want to get paid with your worth?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you're worth $5,000, right? Oh, I want to get paid for $5,000. What if the market pays you $1 million? Do you want to get paid with your worth, or what the market's going to pay you?
Yeah.
Right.
So we just, as a community, if we get together and get the right people and build enough marketing, or build a big enough market, big enough revenue streams, who's to say we can't just be like, hey, WDF, we're going to buy the organization, and they're like, write a big check, and they're like, fuck it, take it. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. It's just, we're a bunch of like, all this stuff is teaching us what not to do.
Sounds hot.
Yeah.
So the WDSF, they just had an opportunity. They took it, and like Rick pulled up a great point, dude. Like, she just had an opportunity. Like, you're all mad at her.
Yeah.
Like, most people do the same shit,
So the only thing is about that thing that I would disagree is that her dissertation was about being a woman in this industry and how she's not being respected, yet she's taking money from a small club. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah,
100%.
You wrote your dissertation about that. You know what I'm saying? So
there's some holes in the story there. But
well, to be fair, Profo, I mean, there's brands and organizations that are currently in the breaking scene that take so much from the breaking scene, including finances, money, right, funding, and they don't give back to the breaking scene. They take it and they run. I'm not going to drop any names. But there's a lot of and the breakers support that. They don't never jump in and say, hey, homie, you're making so much money off the scene. Why don't you think to give something back and make a contribution?
What do you mean exactly? Like an event?
Yeah, I'm curious as well.
I don't really want to drop a name, because if I drop a name, I'm giving people clout. You know what I mean? I'm talking about a business.
Okay. Because if it's an event, no one's making no money from
Disney,
That's what I'm
Nobody's
saying.
making money on that event.
like Disney said a good thing. Disney said a funny thing when he said he went to Korea, and it's very true. It's like, when I went to Korea, I found out that there's a bunch of money in breaking. It's just not for B-boys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
What it is,
I'm just saying, so when it comes to that, that was the only thing that's fishy. Besides that, we created her. We made our bed. We have to lie in it. That's just what it is. This is like, it's like, oh, it's her. It's like, no, we allowed this, because if we said breaking was a sport, she would not exist. She would not exist if we said it was.
She was breaking.
No. If we said it was a sport and our criteria is based on strictly athletics, she would not exist. But because it's an art, she exists.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
Yeah, makes sense.
Also, 2032 is a long way away.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a long way away. They're doing their whole, and like for me, I was questioning, okay, well, if it's all done, why do they keep doing all their qualifiers? They know it's gonna be they know it's gonna be
going on.
It's on its last leg, and mostly Asian countries support it.
Oh my god! Did you see like the?
And that's Asia, like Asia.
Oh
it's
man, that was bad. That qualifier, I was like, yo, there is nobody.
Like, for Asia to have no seating, that's a bad sign, because you saw that clip with Menno and Sugar Kicks in them. That's a small, and it's packed. This is Asia, and it's not packed. That's not a good sign.
They're like, nah.
Yeah.
They're like, nah.
I made a comment about it, and somebody said, "Who am I to be the judge of that?" When I'm just somebody sitting in a gamer chair, and I was like, "All right, well, I mean, I do play video games in this chair. You're not wrong. I don't give a fuck, dude. Say whatever I want to say about that shit. It's obvious. Look at the fucking crowd there.
Dude,
There's nobody there.
Bro, you see the big events in China. You see Bomb Jam. You see all these events packed, stadium packed. What's going on when they can't pack it in? That's kind of like, maybe because there's no.
Yeah, and I don't think they had the audience there in China. That particular. I don't know how they pick the market. I don't know what they're doing, but.
Yeah.
Let them do what they do, dude. It's like Rebel. Let them do what they do, man.
It's just
what we do. Let them do what they do.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if it was over here. It'd be nice if it was over here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
America.
Nice if it was over here.
America's a tough cookie to crack, but I think once we crack it, we're gonna open up a beast, because the strong market.
Yeah,
we got a lot of dollars, but there's a lot. It's a lot of revisions need to be happening. And no matter what, I've seen it time and time again. Companies go from grassroots brand, they're the fucking roots, bro. They're the realest. So when they hit critical mass and those same people are, look, they sold out. It happens, dude. It just happens. No matter what we do, if you get to a certain level, you're gonna have haters. Even if you're giving millions of dollars back to the community or whatever, it's just gonna happen. And like, we don't know. I would say Japan is probably the closest to getting the most organized, the most money. Like where that market, there'll be money for b-boys. But like now you're getting these events like where there's like 300 people in the prelims, and that's gonna start killing off people because they're like, I don't want to do. I'm never getting past these prelims, you know. There's a lot of issues that need to be fixed, but hey, you know, that the people who really love it and want to do it are gonna still be here.
I think Red Bull has a good system. I think Red Bull has a good system.
I think Red Bull's system is good too.
Yeah, cool. It's the last chance cipher, everything. It's not like one day. It's through the week. This thing happens, and then
they're
the main days.
It's a little bitty piece of Red Bull, bro.
I just like the way they put it together. Like you don't have to be at an event for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Like if you just want to sit down and watch Breaking for top 16 for 2 hours, that's good. That's cool. Yeah. Like no regular spectator should be like, I started the jam at 1 p.m. and now I'm leaving at 1 a.m.
But we're learning as we go, bro. We never knew this, dude. Like,
because we didn't have this many people enter before.
Yeah. Like, dude, we were just
Friction,
showing up.
You know what? Like the first freestyle 7 friction. You know, there was like
we just showed up. We didn't know.
We crew like, the first freestyle session.
We're like, other people break? Shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
The first freestyle session was all about the ciphers.
Yeah.
Ivan did windmill airplay, and he flipped over soul control. Holy crap. That was the first freestyle session.
Yeah, we weren't like, you know what? The concessions here are not really good. These seats here are not as comfortable for my aching back. I would like a pamphlet with the schedule. Dude, it's all new shit, bro.
Yeah, so we didn't know.
Like one thing I could tell you, bro, is all the sports started as a sport and they're now a fucking party. And like our shit, started like a party and now it's becoming a fucking sport. So the key is to basically bring back the party. Mm-hmm. This game that we're playing, because when you get battling it as a future, bro, it takes away. It's not b-boying, dude. When you put battles in a structure with judges and seats and promotion and marketing and vending and all this different stuff, bro, it's not hip hop anymore. It's a business, dude. Mm-hmm. So that's what is gonna be. But you know, the kids gotta learn. That's our part as a community to let know people that the culture's still there. That's not the culture. So whatever brand builds up to become that WWE, that UFC, that whatever that people think it is, that's just the business, dude. It's just gonna be all business. Like, that is it, you know. But the culture is still gonna be there. Like, people are still gonna be breaking, fucking doing street shows in France or in New Orleans or something, and they're gonna be still, you know, people are gonna be teaching at studios. That's gonna always exist. Like, the more business gets more organized, it's gonna get away from the actual hip hop culture, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? People are gonna hate you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna hate it.
100. All right, so, we've been in this for 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to leave it after that. Ricky, after that, we're going to start closing it up. So go ahead, Rick.
No, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to address this particular topic, Profo. And
it's fun.
I'm thinking about me. Yeah.
I was like, who's going to do it?
Yeah, I was going to come up sooner or later. We all know it.
Yeah, like, who's going to do it?
I might address it and try to unpack a little bit more on my podcast. But thank you for allowing me to kind of piggyback off this particular topic. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Does anyone else have anything to say before we wrap it up?
No.
Follow me. Subscribe. Follow me, AER, B-Boy B-Girl Podcast on YouTube. We all need more subscribers. Follow everybody here.
Let me do this justice. Wait, hold on. Let me do this justice. So we're going to do this. Hold on. I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm going to, put it on the screen here. Boom. Okay, so
we need subscribers, guys.
First and foremost is, where is it? Ooh, hold on. Okay, let's do this one. Nope, it's this one.
So, Rick, how's your kid like the Oculus?
I mean, they fuck with it all day, every day.
Do they have headaches? My kid was getting headaches on it.
Nah, I had headaches.
They're like used to it now?
I threw up.
Yeah, right? It's crazy, right?
It's like repetition. You know, you got to continue. addition to the way it is.
So if you don't know, this is Ricky's Instagram,
Go follow Ricky.
AER B-Boy B-Girl Podcast on Instagram. You can follow him over there. So I want to show that right there. Boom. Any last words, Ricky, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, thank you for everybody for tapping in. It was fun today, man. I had a good time. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year for everyone who is going back into 2025, if you guys are ready. Yeah, follow me either on the gram, most likely on the gram, or you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to put out a little bit of content here and there. Most of the stuff is throwbacks from a couple months ago, but as we were talking about earlier, I'm chopping it up and putting it out little by little. Occasionally, I like to throw in my IG stories, particular questions with regards to the breaking scene. Most of the time, they're just yes or no questions, and I utilize those questions as like a census to where the breaking community lies with regards to certain questions. Now, they're not your average breaking questions. You're not going to tap in there and be like, oh, who's got better footwork? No, these are more a little bit thought-provoking, emotional, invoking, questions. But if you're a breaker, it'll relate. So no worries. But once again, thank you guys for tapping in.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, we have Break Street Media. We got Break Street Media. Go follow them over there.
Go follow me.
Do you have anything to say before we sign out?
For January 1st, we're going to be doing a live stream.
That's right.
From
Yeah.
2 p.m. to like 9 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to be reviewing battles. We're going to do battles where the judges are online. We're also going to be dropping the Break Street sweater.
Okay.
And also we got Break Street Global, which is Instagram, and then that is going to be towards the world of people who don't speak English.
Okay.
So we're gonna basically reformat everything, and everything's gonna be in a bunch of different languages. And so Break Street Global, it's an Instagram now, but that's it. But everyone's doing a great job. We appreciate it. This is all new to us. The more we speak, the more we build the community. That is the community. And appreciate all you guys, and wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you guys do.
And then up next we got follow Tony at Cypher Beast TV right here on Instagram. You got anything to say, Tony?
No. Thank you for having me on the show, Profo. Definitely, it's been a blessed year. It's been great connecting with everyone here on the channel and everybody that connect down the road. Like I mentioned, I'm from Portland, Oregon. Building up, going around the states, going to sessions, going to events, to meet and greet whoever, just to build my horizon and see what's out there in the world. I've been really closed-minded in my hometown around the Northwest. And so, there's a lot out there, opportunities out there to meet and greet and expand that knowledge, what you see down the road. And hopefully you guys follow this channel, check it out, the YouTube, and hopefully inspires and motivates you to be either the next superstar or the questions that you want to ask somebody that I have answered it for you. So stay tuned. There's some more projects down the road, but thank you.
Man. All right. We got my man Dom Key. Now I'm going to put up your YouTube because I'm sure a lot of people follow you on Instagram already. And so we're going to put up your YouTube instead.
Sweet.
You got 3,000, huh? All right. I see you. I see you, Dom Key.
That's it, guys. Let's shoot for 100,000 subscribers next year, guys.
Yeah. I just
minimum.
I got my partnership back with YouTube, so I'm trying to really push it. So lately I've just been making content again. I did this a lot in 2020, 2021, and I kind of got burned out from doing it. So just back into it. I have a Patreon now as well. That I've been kind of teaching a little bit over there as well. Other than that, I don't really have that much to say. I like to just chill and talk about breaking and gaming and just kick it. I'm just a nobody in a gamer seat at the end of the day. Just subscribe wherever, follow. I appreciate it. I like talking a lot of shit.
Obviously. Hey, what does it say? It's like, stop sitting on the fence.
Yeah, stop sitting on the fence.
It's
okay to
all the time.
sometimes. We need it.
I sit on the fence. I whistle. I dance on the fence. I dance on the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah, I dance on the fence sometimes. I'll say that, but most of the time, especially lately, I've just been like, "Yo, I mean,
All right.
what's gonna happen?" I don't know. Call out culture. I mean, not
Call out culture.
b-boy call out culture. That kind of
There you go. All right.
Profo,
yeah.
I'm sorry if I could promote one last
Yeah, go for it.
social, if it's okay.
Yep.
For those of you guys that are out there, please subscribe or follow Break Infinite on IG.
Oh,
It's an
wait. Let me
organization
get
out
to that.
here.
Yeah, let me get to
Yeah,
that.
it's an
You guys just
organization
had
that I'm
Jingle Jam.
involved
That
in.
shit was dope.
Yes, we recently organized the event, Jingle Jangle Jam. Salute to Rich Nice. He was spearheading that event. We're an organization that tries to provide resources with regards to education, event organization. I mean, you name it. We're there. We're there to try to provide as much possible with regards to the breaking community, especially in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. If you guys get an opportunity, please, we try to get our numbers up. And if you guys got any questions, feel free to reach out to us behind the scenes. And you know, there's a bunch of us that we're involved in, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. So again, this has been a really good show, guys. Like I really have fun. You know, I'm usually talking. Usually when I'm doing stuff like this, it's an interview, and I'm like more into just asking questions to like, you know, again, like this is you guys are the youngest that's been on my podcast for a while. Everyone's like 45 and
I'm
up.
not young. I'm an old
Dude,
shit.
you are one of the youngest, sir.
You have
I'm
100-year-old.
Yo, I had Quick Step on. I had like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's over 50.
You're right.
Like the last time like anyone young was like maybe Kurt Rage 2 years ago or something like that. Or like, you know what I mean? Like that was like the youngest, right? Or no, Donkey, you're the youngest. You're the youngest.
I just look like a child. I'm secretly too.
So it was good to kind of like just, you know, talk shop with you guys, because usually it's like I'm asking usually questions of history stuff versus like, and then when I'm doing the commentary on the B-Boy Network, it's just commentary, so I'm not really, you know, bouncing off anyone. So this is really good because like, you know, like I'm usually just talking straight into the camera versus interacting with people. So you know, thanks a lot. This has been really fun. A lot of people stayed tuned in too, which was pretty interesting. Just five heads talking. You know what I mean?
I just got a fucking cease and desist from Raygun Enterprises LLC. Fuck.
There you go. So thanks a lot to everyone tuning in too. Thank you for supporting the channel. Again, you can find me, and if you're watching here on live on Instagram at PRFO_FLGZ. This has been the trades, the Avengers edition. We gotta do another catch up soon, mid-year 2025, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot going on. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot going on. Again, I'll be joining that 40 and up battle. This time I'll be 50 years old at that point, so that should be really fun. So
yeah. 50 and up battle, dude.
I know.
I'm gonna cross the 50 now.
Right?
You gotta reset this again.
Yeah.
I know. That's why the possibility of 40 and up 2-on-2 is that sounds fun. You know what I mean?
You know what?
That's
probably a better idea.
Like
50 and up 2-on-2. It just makes it more hype when it's not all
like,
on you.
You know, like I'm gonna hit up Haunted right now. Hey Haunted. Hey Haunted, are you coming to America? You want to do the 40 and up 2-on-2 now? But yeah, man, thanks a lot to everyone. Don't know when I'm gonna be on again. We will see. I've been more on Instagram lately anyway, but I will be on here with the shorts. And if anything, just pay attention. And happy holidays. Peace. And happy New Year, guys.
Happy holidays.
Stay on
Happy
for a
holidays,
little bit, guys. Stay on for a little bit.